Hey there viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with, well, an unboxing video. So, the Transformers Cyberworld line is pretty much out now. Like, Grimlock's been out for a bit. The Cyber changes are now out. So I thought, hey, why not? I'll get a few of these guys. And well, the first one to arrive is Galvatron here, along with Vortex. But I live in Vortex normally, like, in my own time, but for Galvatron here, I thought, why not? I'll record my experience opening this guy, because, you know, Cyberworld is meant to be like a fun line for children, but, hey, I've heard good things about Grimlock, so what about the rest of the line, so, but first of all, let's look at this packaging. So we can see that the boxes for Cyberworld, or at least the Cyber changes, is honestly, I don't really like it. Mainly because, well, you can fully just feel the figure. You know, not really theft proof, if you ask me. Like, if it was in like a little card back, then I feel it'll be a lot better. But hey, that's just my opinion. But the artwork, honestly, I think it looks really cool. Like, got Galvatron here, who's... Honestly, this version of Galvatron's face looks really cool. Like, the mustache and all that. Looks more Scourge, but... you can see that this guy turns into a dragon. So, got that. See, armor up. Okay. 4 steps. Because most of these guys transform in like 4 steps. It's meant to be like easy to transform for kids. This time we got a picture of Galvatron right here. Armored cyber changes. Got, I guess, like where he's stationed. Like, he's not appeared in the Cyberworld show yet, which by the way is a really good show. Like, but I don't know if we... Like, I'm not sure if Galvatron's like a separate character from Megatron in Cyberworld, or if he's going to be like an upgraded form. I don't know, like, we haven't seen this guy in the show yet, as of recording. But anyway, got a Decepticon symbol. The back, got Galvatron in both modes. Got the weapon here, and we've got a cross cell. So we've got Bumblebee, who is coming. Snarl, who technically is coming, but Amazon says it's going to take like months for him to arrive for some reason. And Skybite, yes, Skybite is in Cyberworld, which is pretty cool. But yeah, enough dilly-dallying, let's just get this guy open. So, I want to try and be careful with this, because this box is kind of cool. So I think to start off, let's just get the actual figure out. So just cut these ties. So just ties from the arms, trying to cut without damaging the figure. There we go. And there's one right in the waist. We're trying to, there we go. So just cut that. And I think there's some around the legs as well. Yes, I'm right. So just cut these on the legs. And that should be Galvatron out. There we go. And oh, that didn't cut fully. There we go. So that's Galvatron himself. And, well, first-hand appraisal. Well, he does feel quite nice. Like, ball joints feel pretty tight on him. There's no elbows, but it's a kid's toy, so I'm not going to expect anything from that. And yeah, he looks really cool. So next up, trying to get the accessories out. So we got this tail here, which, oh, there's another tie that's keeping it in place. There we go. So we got that. So here we have the little dragon tail. And next up, we got this huge flame weapon. Also looks really cool. Oh. There we go. So here we have the flame weapon. And is there any instructions in here? Okay, I'm not seeing any instructions. Maybe they're like in this foldy area here, maybe. I'll try cutting one of these sides just to see if we get any instructions. Because I really don't want to harm this box when I do an eventual review of all the Cyberworld figures I've gotten. I'll look if there's any instructions off camera. Okay, so there's a little flap here. So if I like open this up. Okay, so we get that useless bit of paper nobody reads. And we do get instructions. And some of the some of the ties here. So yeah, honestly kind of a unique box design. I quite like it. But we do get instructions. And to be honest, this kind of reminds me of the Agent of Prime's instructions, or pretty much most of the Legacy instructions as well, with how this is stylized. But this pretty much tells us how he transforms. And honestly, I like how we've got physical instructions for this, because normally on previous Kitty lines, they would just put the transformation on the back of the box. You know, like the Warrior class for RID comes to mind. But we can see that the flames are actually separate pieces, which is pretty cool. And we can see how that works. So we can do this. If I can figure this out. There we go. So it's kind of mech techy. It's like a mech tech weapon from Dark of the Moon. Where either we can have it as like some kind of crossbow gun weapon, or some kind of flamethrower with the fire. So that's pretty cool. And it actually looks like a normal peg. So if I want to give this to a normal like Agent of Prime's figure, then I can. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And these do actually come off. So yeah, it's honestly really neat. Okay, and that can plug on his back, and that could be a jetpack, or it could just be a gun. And we can also see how he transforms. Fairly simple there, so let's try and do that. Well, first of all, let's look at the actual figure. This isn't going to be a full-on review. I'll do that after I get the rest of the Cyberworld figures that I've purchased. But yeah, honestly, Galvatron here looks really cool. Like, I love the face. Giving me animated Motormaster vibes, to be honest. Like, it doesn't scream Galvatron. That's more Scourge with the mustache. I think Scourge is even going to be in Cyberworld as like a pirate ship, if I remember correctly. But yeah, if you want, we can plug this into the back as a jetpack. He's probably going to use that in the show when he appears. The tail can plug in. Can I actually... Oh. Accidentally just triggered the transformation there. So we just plug the tail in. Actually do that. There we go. So once again, tail weapon. pretty standard for Beast Formers. And we can plug this into his hand. So yeah. Overall, I am loving this robot mode. Like, I kind of want a Generations version of this design. I know they're probably not going to do Cyberworld Generations for, like, God knows how long, if ever, but that would be awesome. Because, honestly, this design for Galvatron just kicks ass. And let's actually just try and do this transformation. So, quickly reading the instructions again. Okay, so what we do is we take the arms and move them forwards. Next up, we just move this down. So I think this is a bit of automorph. I don't know, might be wrong. We take the back legs and just rotate these up. Oh, come on. So, trying to get these, there we go. And final thing is the head. There we go. And then what we can do is plug in the tail. So there's a little slot there for it to go into. And then we can just plug this in either way. So yeah, Dragon Galvatron. I was gonna say we haven't seen that before, but Beast Wars 2 exists. But still, I like this little dragon mode. Like, the mouth doesn't open. You can clearly see that, yeah, those are just the hands. But the side profile does show some little, like, clawed feet. And yeah, this is obviously just meant to be for kids. And I think kids are going to get a kick out of this, honestly. Like, I'm getting a kick out of it. Like, it's a simple 10-pound figure, and I think it's really fun. So, yeah. First impressions. This is a really fun figure. I love it. And honestly, I am really excited to see Galvatron in the Cyberworld series. The first 3 episodes so far have been really cool and fun. I am loving this, like, series. So I can't wait to see what Galvatron's going to be like in this show. Like, is he going to be a new form of Megatron? Like, Megatron from the future? A separate character altogether? Who knows? But seriously, as my first ever Cyberworld toy, this is a really fun figure, and it has me hyped for the rest of the toy line. So yeah, this has been my first impressions. Overall, I'm definitely recommending this if you have like £10 to spare. So yeah, will I do a full review? Well, if I do, it's probably going to be with the rest of the Cyberworld figures that I'm getting. But seriously, I am loving this so far. So yeah. So this has been my first impressions on Cyberworld Galvatron. And this is Charlie Young, signing off.